Hello, welcome. Today we're continuing the mage shadowbringers role quests of Final Fantasy XIV. And yeah, here we go. Excuse me. That look in your eyes. Yes, I can see you have gained much strength since we last met. You'll be pleased to hear that Tainer has managed to make steady progress in his training as well. The boy believes he has regained much of the knowledge and skill he possessed before getting sucked into that pocket of time and space. An admirable feat, considering that it was not long ago that he could scarcely remember his own name. And yet, there is one aspect of his training that has yet to be addressed. Put simply, the boy lacks experience in battle. To work the magic necessarily to seal up the hollows, I must maintain perfect focus and clarity of mind. If the battle with Ronisus is my first, I fear my concentration will be disrupted all too easily. And so I thought I'd take the boy out into the wilds, that he might acclimate himself to the battlefield and further hone his command of magic in the process. And yet we must keep a wide berth of reg were we to encounter Fernosis before we are fully prepared. The results could be disastrous. And so I propose we go on an excursion of sorts. Would you be willing to accompany us? I believe there is much the boy could learn from your example. Excellent. Then let us make for Lakeland. The beasts in the forests of the lost shepherd should provide a fair challenge for the lad. This area looks so much more beautiful with the foliage and all that. Purples really pop too. This outfit was a gift from Craig. Do you think it suits me? Ah, there she is. Now, shall we get round to... Is something the matter? How do you like my new clothes, yo? Not only are they stylish, why I can just feel the power welling up from deep within me. They were a present from Craig, isn't it? He the best? It was a simple investment, nothing more. We must seize every possible advantage if we hope to triumph over our foe. But enough idle chit-chat, we have work to do, yo. I would ask you to begin by settling an example for the boy. Show him precisely how to conduct yourself in battle. We can't very well just toss him into the Wolverines all on his own, now can we? So why don't you get out there and hunt one down for us? Tanner, watch carefully and let Yo show you how it's done. If he were an inspiring archer, I'd gladly show him the ropes myself, but I fear I'm out of my league when it comes to magic. Go hunt down one of those Wolverines, show the boy how it's done. It's an honor to learn from you, Yo. Promise I will not take my eyes off you even for a moment. Nice work, friend. If you have any further advice for the boy, pray share it with him. That was incredible. The sheer destructive power of your spells. The way you seamlessly weaved one incarnation in after the next. Weaved. Everything. But tell me, what would you say is the most important thing a mage should keep in mind when doing battle with a fearsome foe? I mean, I come from a dragoon background. I'm new to casting, so I'm just gonna say just blast your foes with everything you've got. A proper rotation is key. Ah, but of course, thank you, Yo. I will endeavor to put everything I have learned from you into practice. Well, here goes nothing. Oh, I hope I don't fail this kid by, like... Drat, where do I... No, that's not curses. Just stay still so I can hit you already. Steady now, don't let the enemy fluster you. Keep your focus. Right, focus. You're a feisty one, aren't you? Ah, that's smarts. God, I've seen enough of this. Forgive me, friend. I was beginning to fear for the boy's dignity, if not his life. Oh dear, that didn't go nearly as well as I hoped. I don't get so down on yourself, lad. I shouldn't have jumped in the way I did. I dare say you're starting to get the hang of it there at the end. I thought it would be a simple enough task to follow Yo's lead. but when that savage creature stared me down, I was too flustered to put what I learned into practice. Indeed, it is not the strength of magic that is the issue. You simply must learn to compose yourself. What do you think, Yo? Are there any other words of wisdom you might offer me? You do need more practice. Thank you. I'm sure you are all right. I can't allow my foe to break my concentration like this. Anyhow, let me try once more. This time will go better, I promise you. Yes, the boy will be fine. I must stay my hand. Hey. I did it. The battle is won. Now that's how you wall up a Wolverine. Well done, lad. I'm proud. I could be here for I'm proud I could be here for your first victory. You're far too kind. I couldn't have done it without you and Yo here to show me the way. You have my thanks. But don't let up now, boy. You must keep battling until your learn becomes second nature. Now are you ready? The boy fights with awareness and composure. I do believe he served himself a respite and some more worthy opponents next time around. That was rather more difficult than I expected, and yet thanks to you and Craig, I feel like I can hold my own on the battlefield now. I'd have to agree. The way you made short work of that last critter, I'd say it's time to find you a more worthy foe. Let us return the Mort Silk and plot our next course of action. I must say, that training session was most exhilarating. There's nothing quite like the feeling of vanquished fearsome foes and gaining confidence with every thrilling victory. You've proven the perfect mentor for the boy, Yo. Hells, I dare say old Correct here could learn a thing or two from you. You've taught him not how to wield his spells in battle, but how to maintain his focus in the face of danger. With those fundamentals under his belt, it is just a matter of time and practice until he's ready to face Veronesis. I promise you, my friends, I will not let you down. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'd best go write down all I've learned today while it's still fresh in my memory. Such passion and determination. This must be the boy he always was. Before his time beyond the rift stole him his memories and his spirit. He devotes himself to his training that he might help us spell Veronis. And brings his friend a measure of salvation. There is no telling what course the battle will take, but I suspect the boy will be forced to confront his past head on. It will not be easy for him, and yet I believe it a necessary step for him in order to afford himself a new future. For Tanner's sake, and for the sake of those who call Amrag home, we must triumph in this battle. Not to mention for the sake of our coin purses, eh? At any rate, I will leave you to your training and return to my own. The final confrontation is close at hand and we must be ready. Well, look who's back, and looking more imposing than ever, I might add. You'll be pleased to know that, uh, excuse me, that Tanner's command of the magics has advanced by leaps and bounds since you left. Says he's finally convinced he can hold his own against Baronesses. Truth be told, I worry about the boy. As devoted as he is to his training, I can't help but notice a sad, uneasy look in his eyes from time to time. He insists it's nothing, of course, but I remain unconvinced. As a fellow mage, perhaps you could succeed in reaching out to him where I failed. He should be around here somewhere. Go and find him and see if you can't offer him a few words of support, won't you? Tanner probably reckons that a musclehead bounty hunter like me couldn't understand the worries of mages. And hells, he's probably right. Oh, hello, yo. Is there something I can do for you? Greg was worried about me, you say? That is kind of him. I assure you I am completely fine. I owe so much to the both of you. You brought me back beyond the rift, took me under your wing, trained me and comforted me to the point that my memories and my magic have both returned. I am finally ready to face my old friend in battle, and it is all because of you. And yet, there is a fear growing inside me, a fear that threatens to consume me. In my studies, I have learned much about the Sin Eaters. I learned how those who fall to the most powerful Sin Eaters like Varonis become Sin Eaters themselves, doomed to live out their days as mindless, unholy abominations. If I were to lose my focus in battle, and you or Craig suffered the same fate as Nilbert, the only three friends I have known in this world, if I lost you all, how could I ever live with myself again? This thought, it shakes me to my very core. If you falter, we will be there. You are right. I mustn't forget that I have two strong friends by my side to help me shoulder the burden. Thank you, friend. The task is a daunting one, but I will trust in myself and in the strong and gentle friends who stand by my side. Nothing would make me happier than to help Nilbert find peace, but that is not the only reason I fight this battle. I must repay you and Craig for all you have given me. Not only did the two of you bring me back to this world, you have instilled with me a newfound sense of purpose. And yet, When the battle is done, you will leave this place. You will embark on new adventures with new companions. Worry not, I will not hold you back or stand in your way. That is another reason I must fight this battle. I must prove to you, to all three of my friends, that I am strong enough to get by on my own. Be strong, Tainer. You can do this. Sorry. Perhaps I got a little carried away there. In any event, we should go tell Craig that I am ready. I asked Craig what he intends to do after the battle is over, but he just scowled and told me to focus on the task at hand. Do you think he's feeling sad about splitting up too? Or don't tell him I said this, of course. You're finally back, I see. I was starting to get worried. That was weird. I trust this means you're finally ready to do battle with Veronis. I am. Let us put an end to this nightmare and set Nilbert and the people of this land free. That's the spirit. Alright, the plan is to lure Veronis to us by the same method as last time. We will venture into the central hills of Amber, a safe distance away from the city, and Taylor will summon forth the Hollow. It should only be a matter of time before our quarry arrives. I believe our chances are best if we can lure Veronis to a wide open space, where we will have complete freedom to maneuver. The hills of Amber should suffice. If you are ready, let us away at once. I couldn't be more proud of how much Tainer has grown since we first met him. Why, he's like a son I never... enough chit-chat, eh? We have a battle to fight. I am ready. Let us begin. Okay, well, my item level's way far behind. Actually, I want to check something. I'll check it after. I'm curious if I can get job armor for a Pictomancer from Shadowbringers area. Probably not. I am ready. Let us begin. Over there, it's him. Yes, I knew you would come. Well, I guess we won't be needing this anymore. Give it up, Neilbert. My spells are more than a match for your own. These are my friends, and I will not let you take them. Do you hear me, Neilbert? Your long nightmare and ours shall end this day. mage. That took longer than expected. Holy shit. Forgive me, Tanner, for far and wide did I travel with my companions, all the while searching for a way, any way at all, to bring you back to this world, and yet, in the end, it was all in vain. Though I treasured the adventures I had with Arbor and the others, my choice that fateful day forever haunted me. What if I had run off with the stone and used its powers to rescue you while, as I had always intended? What adventures might we have shared? I sunk into the depths of despair and felt myself a wretch for doing so. For by what right do I pity myself, when it was I who consigned you to far more cruel and tragic a fate? Whatever pain, whatever loss, I knew it was nothing compared to what you suffered, what you still suffer, abandoned by your only friend, cast adrift in a cold, dark void until the end of time. Yes, no doubt you are still out there beyond the rift, cursing my name to this very day. That's not true, Nilbert. I'm right here. And yet, even you despise me with every fiber of your being. Even still, I would give anything to see you just one last time. You would curse me. You could curse me, revile me, rain fists and magics down upon me. It would all be worth it just for a chance to say, I am sorry. Stop it, Nilbert. Please stop saying those things. Even after you had your mind, your heart, your humanity ripped from you, still for all these years you kept searching for me. How could I ever hate my best friend? Don't you see, old friend? It was Yo here who brought me back to this world, but it was you who guided me to her to me. You have suffered long enough, my friend. I can take care of myself now. You need worry about me no longer, so please, rest peacefully. Call me crazy, but that damn boy's words didn't actually get through to him. But damned if those boys' words didn't actually get through to him. It's over, at last. You don't need to explain it to me. I know that Nilbert we saw was just a memory, a reflection from the crystal that my friend truly passed years and years ago. And yet, even if those words will never reach Nilbert, simply saying them aloud gave me a measure of peace. I have no regrets today. But we should be getting back to town before any more seniors take notice of us, yes? I'll say, after that battle I could use a rest, and I reckon Yo here could as well. Shall we head back to Morgue Sulk? We did what we had to. I have no regrets. Well, if it isn't the woman of the hour, I'm happy to report that tales of our triumph are already spreading across town like wildfire. Word has it the merchants are so grateful that they intend to sweeten the bounty with a generous personal reward. My friends, I have no words to express my gratitude. Thanks to you, Nilbert has found peace and I can finally close the book on this chapter of my past. Every day, I thank the gods for having brought us together. The feeling's mutual, lad. To be honest, I wasn't sure what to expect when you popped out of that hole, but it's been a pleasure having you by my side. At our side. So tell me, now that you've made peace with your past, what do you plan to do with your future? You and Yo have trained me well, and I am quite confident that I can hold my own on the battlefield. Perhaps I will travel the land and see if I might use my abilities to help those in need. If I didn't know better, I think those were the words of someone twice your age. If that's truly your intention, then I have something of a plan. First, I'll need here's permission. It's just a thought I had, but what say we give the lion's share of the bounty to Tainer here? I reckon he needs it more than we do, and besides, we couldn't have won the battle without him. You owe me one. That's fine. But of course. I knew you'd feel the same. It's the least we can do to help the boy forge a path and a future for himself. My friends, I could never take advantage of your kindness like that. Think nothing of it. It's not easy for a boy your age to make his way in the world, and this is the least we can do. Think of it as a parting gift from your brother and sister in arms. Thank you, Craig. Thank you, Yo. As long as I live, I will never forget your generosity. Finally, I have one last proposal for you, if you're keen to hear it. There's this bounty hunter I know. He can hold his own with a bow, but he's always thought he could take on bigger marks if he had a skilled mage at his side. If you're looking for a partner, that is. Hooray, you could not possibly mean. Of course, I'm saying it. So what'll it be? Yes, 1,000 times yes. Why, nothing would make me happier. Then I suppose that settles it. Welcome aboard, lad. I've got a feeling that this is only the beginning of a rewarding relationship. And on that note, I do believe my new partner and I are off to the Castellan to find ourselves a new mark. If it's not too much to ask, why don't you join us there? I still owe you your share of the bounty, and I reckon it'll be a good place to say our proper farewells. path ahead will not be an easy one, but there's one thing I know. Where I once feared the future, now I welcome it. Ah, yo, glad you could join us. Tanner and I just arrived a short while ago ourselves. The boy's keen on starting his new life as a bounty hunter, to say the least. He's got no end of questions, that one, but there's only so much I can teach him. The rest he'll have to learn from experience. So I intend to do what I can to show him the world and keep him safe. So don't worry about us. Between my bow and his magics, I reckon we'll be able to hold our own out there. That said, should we ever find ourselves on the trail of a particularly nasty foe, I hope you not be adverse to lending us your strength once more. Yes, somehow I have a feeling it won't take another 100 years of our paths to cross again. Until the end, friend, stay sheltered in the shade. Nice. I've heard about the battle outside. I should have liked to join the fight, but Greg bade me to hold the fort in the Crystarium. But the most important thing is that Arbert now has the peace he deserves. On behalf of Nearbert, thank you for granting it to him. Well, there's some serious lag. I'm trying to... There we go. Good to see you in one piece, yo. I wasn't sure what to expect when I headed outside to investigate the commotion, but I sure as hell didn't expect to see you flying down that cliff. They say you were on your way to settling the score with your nemesis, and judging by your peaceful expression, I reckon you've done just that. Good for you, my friend. Good for you. Okay. Well, that's it for the mage, shadowbringers, role quests. I hope to see you in the next one, whatever it may be. And yeah, take care. Peace.